Ahoy mates! Welcome on board the brand new Disney Wish, the latest entry into the Disney Cruise Line fleet. We are here for a 3-night sailing, so if you're interested in some daily videos, a room tour, fun stuff on board the ship, be sure to check out all of the videos in our Disney Wish playlist. But for today's video, we want to take you around, give you a full and complete ship tour. We are going to go deck by deck and see every single public space on this vessel. So let's go ahead and get it started. We're gonna head down to deck number 1, work our way up. Our tour of the Disney Wish begins right now. All right, deck number 1 is where we begin. We look at our deck plans here and we see that deck 1 does not have too much going on. Just a tender lobby at the aft elevators and stairs, midship, and then also here on the forward part, but there's something else here, forward part on the port side, which is the health center. So you have the arrows pointing you in the right direction, and this is where you'd also get off the ship. So you see the gangway out there, check it in, out. If you have a port of call that day, then you can proceed right down the hallway here to the health center. They have their hours of operation posted outside, how to call for emergencies, non-emergencies, all that stuff. So you would head right inside there if you need the health center. Hopefully not, but if you do, this is where you'll find it. And that is going to be it for deck number 1. Let's go to deck 2. Deck number 2 now, and deck number 2 on this ship has a lot more going on than past ships, deck 2s. And before we show that stuff, kind of want to just point out a few little random things here that are new about the ship. First of all, you see the design. It's no longer the lighter woods and things like that. You do have different carpets, of course, and you see it's more of like a drywall with wallpaper look around the hallways, the stairwells, things like that. So this is kind of the aesthetic, and it will change in different areas. You'll have different colors or different artwork, but just to give you an idea of what you're looking at. And also wanted to point out something at each of the elevator bays. They have a little sign up above that tells you which decks the individual elevators go to, because as you saw, those said decks 1 through 14, but this says 1 through 11. So you need to make sure you're getting on the right elevator for where you're trying to go to. Now let's take a look back at our map here for our deck plan. So again, we are forward right now here on deck 2. So the only thing that's going to be here forward on deck 2 is the accessible entrance to the Walt Disney Theater. Of course, the Walt Disney Theater is where you're going to have your stage shows and stuff like that. So different entertainment nightly, and you can see here, Walt Disney Theater entrance. So you just go around here, follow it through, and this will take you, again, to the accessible entrance, so you're not dealing with stairs. It should just be ramped the whole way until you get, it's kind of a maze here, but you just follow that around and that'll get you into the lower level of the Walt Disney Theater. So the accessible entrance of the Walt Disney Theater is forward on the port side here, but now we're going to turn and head aft, where we're going to find the entire kids section on board. The Oceaneers Club is huge, it's awesome on this ship, and also the It's a Small World nursery all together in one area. You see the signage there giving us the directions, so let's head back and take a look. And as we turn the corner, we start to see this awesome artwork of some different Avengers and Marvel characters all together here on the wall. Let us know that we are headed in the right direction. And then we actually transition, got some Star Wars artwork as well. Fun stuff here up on the wall, and this is going to dump us out actually right below the Grand Hall, which we're going to get to in a little bit. That's the name of the atrium on board the Disney Wish here. But I want to point that out because one of the coolest new features on this ship is right there. Yes, that is a slide that you can take from the lower level of the Grand Hall right down and actually into the Oceaneers Club. It's a great option for the kids, but want to also point out, if the Oceaneers Club is having a full open house, anyone can do the slide. Adults, kids, it doesn't matter. We did it on day 1. It was a ton of fun, so that's a really nice feature. Now, also on day 1, they did have an open house here in the Oceaneers Club, and we went inside and toured the whole thing, so let's go ahead and put that footage in right now. Okay, so right when we enter, you have the check-in desks, and then the automatic hand wash, the car wash they call it, to wash the hands. Then you're good to enter the Oceaneer Club. Wow, a lot different looking than ones in the past. Look at all the fiber optic lights. Got the lights around the columns. It looks like Animator's Palette. They have all the sketches up on the wall, different things with the video boards in here. And it's kind of different layout because it's split off into the different sections here. So let's go this way. All right, so when we come this way, the first thing we land here is the Star Wars cargo bay. So let's take a look inside. Oh my goodness. This is themed to the max. I mean, Oceaneers Club always is great, but this one is another level. Look at this thing. Very reminiscent of Galaxy's Edge at Walt Disney World and at Disneyland. Whoa, there's like a creature in a... Look at that. Like a cage, it's asleep. For now. Got the video board, you can play with the controls and the switches. There's little interactive features. She's spinning that thing over there inside that tank. Oh, there's one of these things. I always forget what they're called. Down there in the cage. Oh, it's squawking at me. Wow. You hear all the sounds in here? Very immersive theming here in the cargo bay area. And across from the cargo bay is this colorful and fun Pixar-themed bathroom area. Look at the Pixar balls lit up above. I think that indicates if someone's in there, because the others aren't lit up, and then all the doors are different characters. Super fun. Now down the hall from the cargo bay and the fun Pixar-themed bathrooms, we find Marvel Superhero Academy. So let's head inside here. Oh wow. This isn't a game. This is legitness. Got some tablets here. Different themes. Fire ants. So you got like Ant-Man callbacks there. Giant. Look at the giant PIM highlighter. That's awesome. So this is all themed after PIM technologies. You hear the Avengers music playing. Tap band to start. So the kids can tap their bands there on that Avengers symbol that's glowing in the bottom right to start like an interactive game. They also have different stuff here. If I'm not mistaken, this works like basically you can design your own superhero, or like your own superhero outfit. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what that does. So it's a pretty cool space in here. I wish I had a band to activate some of this stuff. Oh, there's Cap's outfit. Like that's the old school one, right? It looks a little bit old school. So cool. I love that they're playing the music. And this is a fun mural. Oh, when you come in, got the Guardians there. Captain Marvel, Spidey, of course. Iron Man, Cap, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye. Got everyone kind of going in here. Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, watch out for her. What? And Vision, and some Wakanda people as well. Very nice. All right, so that's kind of like the dead end for this side, is it ends right here in the Avengers mission training area. Let's head back to the main area. All right, so back at the check-in area. And again, the all the drawings and the different video boards showing the different stuff there. Now we're gonna head to the right. Come over to this side. We're gonna find a couple of different things. On this side, we see Walt Disney Imagineering Lab. Ooh, that sounds fun. What do we have going on in here? Oh, this looks like a big arts and crafts area. Also some stuff you can do on a tablet. They have table games like Connect 4. Look, little puzzles, like ball and maze kind of puzzles. And it does, it's very reminiscent of Imagineering in design. Look, they have the hard hats. They have the vests that they wear when they're on a construction area. Some books about Imagineering. Little maquettes and different things. Look, this is for Cosmic Rewind, right? I rode that at Epcot. Oh, and that's the Polynesian TV statue. This is amazing. I tell you, the kids on Disney Cruise Line, they get all the cool stuff. Everything's amazing, but man, they get some of the best. There's some really neat, like, not callbacks, but kind of nods to different stuff. Little old school Imagineering art, things like that. Look, there's the Big Thunder logo there. Oh, little chef, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Rode that at Epcot. Can't wait to ride it somewhere else. What? Spoiler alert. Tron, we'll be having that at Magic Kingdom very soon. Figment was over there as well. And they got the cool sign. And there's like a giant Cinderella castle in here as well. It kind of shows the different phases of designing and building it all in one structure, which is really neat. And then we turn around and oh my goodness, look at this. The ride studio. Is it like you ride, it's like you ride a virtual ride. Like the virtual Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I wish I had a band to tap to get this stuff going. This is insane. Look at that. Very reminiscent to me of Disney Quest at Walt Disney World, where it was, where it had the different virtual kind of rides. That's awesome. And the giant Disney Wish model back here behind it. Oh, and the clocks with all of the different theme park areas around the world. Super fun. And across from that area, we have Fairy Tale Hall, which which I think the name is pretty self-explanatory as to what we're going to be getting into. Oh, look at the fiber optics. Rose and like a snowflake, right, for Elsa. And there's Rapunzel's son, the Kingdom of Corona. This is so charming and intimate. This is great. I really like this room. I'm a Beauty and the Beast fan. Love all the paintings here. This appears to be like is this like a virtual interactive? Looks like that might do something at some point. We have the crackling fire down below. All of Belle's books on the shelf. Cogsworth, Lumiere, and Chip over there. Some tea stuff in the cabinet. You hear the music going? This is so great. Come around. Oh, there's Anna and Elsa. And they're like different artwork design. Look at this grandfather clock. That's really cool. Again, we've seen tablets throughout. They must do interactive games and features activities at certain times. And like a little window that goes out to the main hallway outside. I like that Olaf. That's pretty cool. With the decorated plates. And again, another interactive game up on the wall. You tap your band to begin. Very nice. Come around to this room. We have another arts and crafts area. You can make some different things. Looks like you can make your own like Mickey head on a stick or Minnie head on a stick. Like all the painting stuff going on. Because Rapunzel paints, right? In her tower. And there she is right there on the video board. Oh, and look who it is. Tucked up here in the corner. Pascal, you thought we wouldn't find you. But we did. In the frying pan. Yikes. Now next to Fairy Tale Hall, we have Mickey and Minnie's Captain Deck. So let's go inside here. Obviously going to be nautical themed. I like the pictures. And they have a virtual ship. You can pilot over there, steer the ship's wheel, go different places. A little fun little playground here. A tiny little slide, little crawl through, spinners, stuff like that. Life rings. They have we can move the ships around the world. Very cool. Again, very, very nautical in here. Fun little interactive water feature there. I don't even know what that does. That's crazy. They're sounding the... Oh my gosh! Look at the train going through! Up above! No way! It's themed... This is a Small World, right? It's like the Mary Blair It's a Small World style. Look at Rapunzel in the tower. Pascal's lit up. Anna, Elsa, Olaf, Pinocchio. At the video board here, they got little play games down below. I think this is because this is probably part of the It's a Small World nursery. I think we kind of entered that area. I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, they have the cribs back there. Luckily, no one's in here. I kind of made a noise when I saw that train. And then they have the different artwork on the back there. Super fun. Look, Coco, Miguel, and Hector crossing over. Oh, and the, is it Papita, I think? The train makes noise. How adorable is this? Oh, and my favorite, Little Chef. And I love the little mobile nightlight. That's a Pixar ball. You can't really tell because it's glowing so brightly, but it is. And then they have all the artwork in here as well, where they have all the cribs set up. So there you go. How about that Oceaneers Club? I mean, Disney always brings it with the Oceaneers Club, but we really, really like the design of this one, especially that It's a Small World nursery. And I just wanted to come down the hall here. It's the same hall we were just in right before we went inside the Oceaneers Club, but I wanted to show that there is a designated entrance to the It's a Small World nursery right here. And then that'll just take you straight through to where we were. And one last little thing I wanted to point out in this area is across from the slide, the Cheshire Cat is, you can take the staircase back up into the Grand Hall. Back at our map here of Deck 2, and you see we have covered it because there's nothing else past the Oceaneers Club, nothing aft on Deck 2. So Deck 2 is done, and we can head up to number 3. And Deck number 3 now we find ourselves at. Let's take a look at our map, help us get oriented before we begin exploring. So same thing as Deck number 2, we're not going to have too much in the aft section of this deck. It's pretty much all going to be here midship and slightly forward. So let's go ahead and proceed. Wait, before we do that, one thing I want to point out, Also something new on this ship, new elevator buttons. You see the little rectangle in the middle there? Because they are motion sensors, so you can just put your finger in front of them. You don't have to touch them to activate. But something important to note, when you go in the elevator, they have all of them on the side, and if you lean or put your arm anywhere near it, it will press all of the buttons for every floor all at once, so just be mindful of that. All right, again, we're here on the forward part. Let's head around here, and you could do this port side or starboard side. I'm gonna go port here. We'll turn and we'll find the main entrance to the Walt Disney Theater. See the sign there, and then they have the video board here that tells you what's playing in the Walt Disney Theater. Tonight is the brand new show, The Little Mermaid. Very excited about that. The theater is currently closed, but we did get some footage of it when we went for a show the other night. So a different design, got that nice teal, bluish green look to it with all of the lights. We'll see what it looks like for the Little Mermaid show. It was pretty standard for the first show. I forgot what it was called, but it's a new show as well. But it's pretty nice in there, although the chairs are much smaller than in other theaters. Check out our day one vlog for more information on that. Now, right next to the Walt Disney Theater, we do have Preludes, which as you can see is currently closed, but there's not too much to show here. It's a snack bar, it's a concession stand. You can come here, you can purchase popcorn, you can get a souvenir bucket for popcorn, you can purchase candy. Sodas are additional cost if you get them here, right? Sodas on Disney Cruise Line are free in the restaurants or on the pool deck, but if you purchase them at a place like this or at a bar, they are an additional cost. So yeah, check out Preludes for all your concession needs. And I wanted to stop back at the map really quick because this next part might get just a little bit confusing. So I just want to kind of lay out what we're going to be doing. So we went here, we saw Preludes, the entrance to the Walt Disney Theater. Again, the same on starboard side, just different bathrooms on either side. So what we're going to do here, go back on the port side and we're going to go around. It's kind of a circle, as you can see, into the Grand Hall. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to circle around here and show all of these different things. We'll end up back here. Then we'll proceed forward with the rest of the deck. All right, Preludes and Walt Disney Theater. We turn. First thing we find here is Treasures Untold. And this is going to be a jewelry store. So I see necklaces, sunglasses, bags. There's some clothes. I guess it's not just a jewelry store. There's clothes and other things in there, but there is a lot of jewelry available inside there. Different things, some higher end stuff. Looks like maybe some Loungefly type items available for purchase as well at Treasures Untold. Now, right next to Treasures Untold, we see this little archway, and we see this sign that says, "Please wait to be seated." What is this? Oh, look at the theming shift. That's right. It's the Star Wars Hyperspace Lounge. Everyone is so excited about this place, and they should be. It is awesome, but the hype has gotten out of hand. You now need a reservation for this lounge. But we were able to go inside the other night and enjoy it, so I'll put some footage of that in right now. Really awesome experience. They have a full list of alcoholic drinks, even a $5,000 cocktail. They have non-alcoholic drinks. It's themed as if you're traveling through space. It's the new Skyline Lounge, right? So instead of seeing Tokyo or New York or places like that, you're gonna see different planets in the Star Wars universe. Super cool. Now there's another lounge right behind me at the entrance to the Hyperspace Lounge. We're gonna save that. I'm gonna skip that for just a minute. We'll catch that back on our roundabout here for our circle. We're just gonna proceed forward for right now. So right next door to the Star Wars Hyperspace Lounge, we turn and find Nightingales, and this is essentially like a piano bar on board. I like the mosaic tile entry here. Not sure if we can get inside. Yes, we can. So let's take a look. We got the piano there on the stage. Lots of chairs and tables. Of course, gotta have somewhere to sit. Nice porthole windows, get a good view in here. And then you do have the bar over on this side. Seating continues around, and then you have another entry and exit point right over there. I love the piano music they're playing in here, even though there's no pianist in here. And as we exit Nightingales, we basically start to enter the Grand Hall area. So you see this little glass area with the staircase, and there's the slide. So that's back down to the Oceaneers Club where we were just a minute ago. And this is gonna start the Grand Hall. I'm gonna save this for right now, although there's Moana. Hello, Moana. And what we're gonna do is go over to the other side and complete our loop. Then we'll come back here to the Grand Hall. So hold tight. Okay, so starboard side now of the Grand Hall. We're gonna make our circle loop here, and we're gonna start with Enchanted Castle Jewels. Now the name gives this one away. This is absolutely a jewelry store. That's all I see in there. Necklaces, watches, bracelets, earrings, all kinds of fun stuff. Pretty sizable place. Continues on over here. It's another entry point. So yeah, if you're looking to get some jewelry, get your crown of light, you can do that here. And real quick, just wanted to point out, across from Enchanted Castle Jewels, there is a staircase here with the tapestry of Cinderella that can take you up to deck 4. And now we're going to proceed forward here. The next shop we'll find is the Royal Regalia, or Regalia, however you'd like to pronounce it. And it looks like they have a Valentino white bag. Well, it's not white, it's pink, but different kinds of bags in here. Looks like some scarves or different things. Stuff that's too high-end for me. I'm not fancy enough to know this stuff. So deal with my peasantry, as I don't know what all this stuff is. They do have some Omega watches and things in there for purchase as well. So just another kind of higher end shop here. And now we proceed past the Royal Regalia. Oh, actually, it keeps going here. Well, that's the end of the Royal Regalia. Then we have Once Upon a Time, which is also selling jewelry. I love how it's like every cruise ship does this. There's about 4 or 5 different shops that all sell jewelry, which is really interesting. So they have a lot of watches in there, which makes sense. Once Upon a Time is a clever name for a watch store. So this just keeps continuing on. Oh no, now we have something else here. 3 Wishes. Ooh, I love the lamp. That is so cool. But yet again, it still just looks like it's selling jewelry and watches. So it's kind of just one big space. It just continues along here. Lots of merchandise, lots of watches. And across from the entrance to Once Upon a Time and 3 Wishes and all those other things, you hear the jazz music playing? That's because we have landed in the Bayou. This is a brand new lounge space themed after Tiana, Princess and the Frog. You see they got the signage here. I love how the name has the frog footprint in it and the lily pad. Super awesome. You see they have the stage here, centrally located. Might do some live performances or maybe some kind of trivia or a little bit of a game show or something like that. I love how they put the magnolia flowers all throughout the ceiling. Again, the jazz music playing really adds to the ambiance. They have some booths, tables and chairs. They even have Tiana as a frog, Naveen as a frog over there playing his instrument, and then you have the bar back here in the middle, and they even have some nice like glass artwork there surrounding the bar, and these circular booths that are just tucked up on the end here. Really love this spot. I love the theme of it. I love jazz music. I love Tiana, Princess and the Frog, and I think this is a really great spot here at the Bayou. So past the Bayou and the entrance to 3 Wishes, we find ourselves back where we began, at the entrance to the Walt Disney Theater, and Preludes this time on the starboard side. So we have completed our loop back to the forward elevators and stairs. So now we're going to turn back around, head back midship, and check out the Grand Hall. So back in the Grand Hall now, and that is the name of the atrium area on board. And they've added this stage here right in the middle. There's also a balcony up above where characters will make a special appearance. We'll kind of see that from up top in just a little bit. So the first thing we need to know about the Grand Hall is that it is 3 stories high. So it starts here on deck 3, goes up to deck 4, and then deck 5. See that lovely starlit chandelier there in the middle, and all of these white lines that you see on the ceiling, they come down these different columns here. At night they sparkle, they shimmer, they're shooting stars, they do different colors. It's really fantastic. They do have some nice couches in the middle, and then our statue. Every Disney cruise ship has to have one, and this one is Cinderella. But my favorite part is it's not just Cinderella. We have Lucifer back here with the cup. What's Lucifer trying to catch? Gus and Jock. And then over here, because we also always have to have that grand staircase, right? We also have the glass slipper and its own little canister there protecting it. So you can take this stairwell up, as long as they're not using it for photos, up to deck 4, but then you can also continue on up to deck 5. See across from us there, that is the boarding area. When you board on embarkation day, you'll be coming through those doors, and it just drops you off here. So now we're going to kind of walk around and see the different offshoots of the Grand Hall. So we have a nice display of some artwork about the Disney Wish here, and artwork is going to be important because the next stop here is 1923. This is one of 3 new rotational dining restaurants here on board the Disney Wish. You see this side says Roy Disney. There's also an entrance over on this side, over on the port side, that says Walt Disney. Both are for the same restaurant though. It's both for 1923, and depending on which table you're assigned, you'll be sat on either side of the restaurant. But this is where you'll enter it. You'll enter right from the Grand Hall here, and you'll go through, and head inside for the restaurant. And we'll go ahead and put a shot inside here of when we ate at 1923 to give you an idea of what the interior of the restaurant looks like, evoking, you know, thoughts and images of old Hollywood and the beginning of animation, things like that. Really nice touches inside. And over on the port side again, we do have some couches, tables and chairs, and then the slide entrance down to the Oceaneers Club. So we turn back around, entrance to 1923 on either side. You actually need to shoot through the middle here to access the rest of the midship and then the aft area. See, it says aft stairs and elevators this way. So you want to look for those signs. This ship can be quite labyrinthy. A lot of times you have to go left or right to try to go middle. It's hard to explain, but hopefully this tour will help. Got some nice artwork here. So then it's kind of this situation, right? We just came middle because we couldn't go left or right, but now we can't go middle. We have to go left or right. Most of the time, it ends up taking you to the same place. If there are differences, they have been good about putting signs pointing this way for this way for that. So let's head on back and see what we can find. And what we find is the aforementioned aft elevators and stairs. So again, we could come from the port side over there like I did, or you could have come starboard side over here. Either way, you're going to end up in this elevator bay and stairwell. And once again, there's nothing past this point. No public guest spaces past this point on deck 3. So that means we are finished here with deck number 3, and we're going to head up to deck 4. Deck number 4 begins, and we find ourselves in the aft section, the aft elevators and stairs. Only one thing back behind us, so let's turn and find it. This is the second of our 3 new rotational dining venues here on board the Disney Wish, and it is Worlds of Marvel. This is an interactive, really fun and really funny dinner kind of show. There's elements of video, there's elements of live action. Don't want to give it all away. If you want to see more information, you can check out our day 1 vlog where we dined here. But you can see here they got the Avengers Technology Showcase sign right there. And when it's time for you to dine, these doors will be open and you can proceed into the restaurant. We'll go ahead and put some shots in right now of when we dine there on night 1, just to give you an idea of what it looks like. Very futuristic, very technological, lots of fun inside Worlds of Marvel. And a little fun thing I want to point out, you'll probably see this when you wait in line to come for the restaurant because it winds back around, but on both sides they have these cool like gold etching statue things. Got Ant-Man, Spidey, Captain Marvel, and Captain America over on the starboard side, and then over on the port side we have Wasp, Black Widow, Iron Man, Black Panther. So really cool. It's like 3-dimensional too. You see I can grab Black Panther's claw there, so lots of fun. So Worlds of Marvel restaurant, only thing to see all the way aft, and now we're gonna have another circular situation. This might become a common refrain. So we're here back at the aft lobby, and we're gonna come around here. We're gonna do like this and make this little loop, and then we'll proceed forward back into the Grand Hall. So let's go and start on the port side. So if you head either port side or starboard side, I should say, you can actually access these doors here, and this heads out to the promenade deck. So it's just kind of an outdoor walking deck. Give you a quick view of it here underneath the lifeboats. This is nothing new, but the way it's done on this ship is a bit new. This is also where you'll find things like shuffleboard. They have the shuffleboard courts down here and the equipment up on the walls. But it's a good place to come, get a walk, get a jog if you like to, maybe even relax. They do have some lounge chairs, but you can actually head all the way forward there and head up those stairs, and it'll take you to the very bow of the ship. There's not a helipad, but you can go out and walk out there. We'll check that out in just a little bit. But first, let's head back inside and finish up the Deck 4 midship aft area. So turning and beginning our circle here, the first thing we come upon is the Untangled Salon, which I love that name. Of course, based off the movie Tangled, but you want to be untangled when you're getting a hair treatment at a salon. So they can do haircuts. I'm sure they have all kinds of different treatments and stuff. They have the hours of operation posted, and you see the flowers like Rapunzel in there. It's very, very nice, very cool option. And we'll see the counterpart to this in just a minute. But yeah, look at that. Man, look at that. They got all kinds of stuff in there. Treatment areas. Look at massage chairs. Very nice. Very nice inside. And as we proceed forward here on our little circle, we're going to come out and you see back at the Grand Hall, but we need to turn around because we have the Wishing Star Cafe. This is a great place to get coffee, specialty drink. They do have some alcoholic options here as well. And what I like is you can sit right at the bar area You see the chairs there, or stools there. And then you can also have this second kind of little bar rail seating here with the chairs. And either option has USB ports, so you can charge your device. You will see all kinds of charging options throughout this ship, especially in your stateroom. Lots of fun. And I like that it's the Wishing Star Cafe, and they have quotes from Jiminy Cricket on the glass back there. They have a little Jiminy Cricket on the bar, and they even have some nice tile mosaics, Figaro and Cleo here, which is my favorite, Geppetto and Pinocchio over there. So nice spot here at the Wishing Star Cafe. Now we're over on the starboard side, and we're gonna kind of head around here. So our next stop here is Hook's Barbery. So this is the barber shop on board. That's what I meant by the counterpart to the Untangled Salon. You see it's open here 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and I love the sign here. It's got the scissors and the, like, it almost looks like mustache design there, but the sword is what's hanging it up, and I like that touch. Have a nice little waiting area here, couple treatment chairs in there to get a shave or get a haircut, whatever you need. And then one of my favorite things is that inside on the little shelf they have a crocodile and a telescope. So never smile at a crocodile. Real nice touch here with Hook's Barbery. And then if we just proceed on back where we'll find ourselves, you go around there to Interworlds of Marvel, go outside to the promenade deck, or you're back here at the aft elevators and stairs. So that completes that little loop, that little circle. So we're gonna head back forward now. We're on the starboard side. We're gonna head back forward here on deck 4 and head back into the Grand Hall. So in the middle section of the Grand Hall now, the middle deck, I should say, deck 4, the Pinocchio references continue. It's a good place to come out here and get a kind of bird's eye view of the whole atrium area here of the grand lobby, and also a great spot to talk about what's here. So over here on deck 4 port side, you'll see all these individual desks. That's guest services. So if you have any issues, you need anything resolved, you're gonna head right over there to one of the desks on port side deck 4 here in the grand lobby, in the grand hall, to speak to guest services. Now we're gonna turn and head over to the starboard side though. A couple fun things to check out here. So we see the little dresses and prince outfits things here, the wand, because this is the entrance to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, which of course is a paid experience. It's an additional cost, but you can have your little sailor dressed up in all kinds of different outfits. They can make them into a character, do hair treatments, a little bit of makeup, fun stuff like that inside the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. You see they have the hours of operation posted right there, so you'll just head inside, speak to someone at the desk to get an appointment set up for that, like the carriage on the tile mosaic on the floor there, and they will get those treatments done inside here in the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Proceeding forward on deck 4 starboard side, past the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, we'll find the Disney Vacation Club desk. So if you need to speak to, thank you, if you need to speak to someone about Disney Vacation Club, that's where you'll find them. Deck 4 starboard side here in the Grand Hall, and you also have some additional seating, chairs and couches, stuff like that. Nice big porthole windows. And let's just keep heading forward here. So you can see the design and theming has changed a little bit in this section because we're entering another area of the ship. This is a little bit of what I would call an entertainment district. And it's going to start with Luna. Now I like to consider Luna the spiritual successor to the D Lounge. It's a multi-use space. This one is 2 stories. And we're gonna put some footage in here so you can see what it looks like inside. But they do all kinds of activities and entertainment in here. You'll see actually here's a list of those different entertainment and activity options that they're gonna have today. So it's all kinds of fun stuff going on in Luna. Lots of chairs, lots of available space to have a seat and check it out. And across from Luna, here on the starboard side, we'll find the Neverland Cinema, which is one of 2 cinemas on board, 2 movie theaters. They have the video screen out here showing what's playing. It looks like it's open right now, so let's go ahead inside and take a look. So here's a look at the Neverland Cinema. Got a full-size movie screen, and the lights on the wall are Tinkerbell. That's so much fun. Now outside of the Neverland Cinema, we kind of have 2 circles going on now, so we can go ahead and proceed forward here, or we can cut through the middle. Let's cut through the middle, get this circle out of the way, and what we're gonna find here is a concession stand. Luna's Libations, this is where you can get some different drinks. They do have some beer, alcoholic beverages, and they're popping some fresh popcorn there, so this is where you wanna stop in for your concessions for your movies. Now, if we head on the other side here, port side, we'll find our second cinema or theater on board, which is the Wonderland Cinema, of course themed after Alice in Wonderland. We see the Cheshire Cat there. So let's head aside, take a quick look. Here's a look at the Wonderland Cinema, about the same size as the Neverland Cinema, except the Cheshire Cat are the lights on the wall instead of Tinkerbell. and then you'll have the full-size screen right there. And I totally missed that coming in. So outside the Wonderland Cinema, I wanted to point out that there's another entrance to Luna over here on the port side of the ship. And you can see it actually, you can take the hall back around to get into the Grand Hall, or we can also turn and head forward here. So again, if we cut through here, Luna's Libations there in the middle, Neverland Cinema on the other side, and I mentioned we need to complete our other circle here, and this is it. It's basically just kind of the bigger, grander entrance to both theaters on either side from Deck 4 forward here, and then you can also enter the Walt Disney Theater, the balcony level, the upper level from Deck 4 forward as well, and that'll be available on either side. So you see the Darling Kids and Peter Pan there, Big Ben, because if we go right, we'll enter the Neverland Cinema. So again, it's just kind of a circle there, entrance to both theaters, and then entrance to Walt Disney Theater at the front on either side. And before we leave Deck 4, I circled back around here to the Grand Hall because there was one thing I forgot to mention. It's not just guest services here on the port side, you also have port adventures. So if you need to schedule a shore excursion on board, of course you can purchase them in advance, but if you need to schedule them on board, you stop here at the port excursions desk. Again, Grand Hall, Deck 4, port side. So looking at our map here, you can see we've pretty much finished Deck 4. We did Worlds of Marvel, we've shown the Salon and Hook's Barbary, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, the Grand Hall, Luna, the 2 cinemas, and the entrance to Walt Disney Theater. But before we actually head up to Deck 5, the first thing I want to show that's technically on Deck 5, we need to access from Deck 4, and that's back outside on the promenade. Let's go take a look. Alright, back outside on the Deck 4 promenade now, and I just happen to be out on the port side, but I'm pretty sure you can do this from either side. So I mentioned this earlier, we're going to walk all the way forward here, and we'll find a staircase. We're going to take that up, so technically we'll be on Deck 5, but this is how we access. So let's head up and take a look. Real quick before we do, I wanted to point out, you'll see these throughout the ship as well. Water fountains with a water bottle fills as well. So if you need to fill up your water bottle, they actually have something built in for that, which I love. That's a nice handy feature. So I think I may have told a bit of a fib. I thought this was the only way to access it, but there's actually doors here that go right into Deck 5. So you can access it if you're already on Deck 5. But if you're on Deck 4 and you're on the promenade deck, that's how you access it, is taking the stairs up. Anyway, let's proceed forward so we can finally see what I've been going on about. So we're about to actually head up these second set of stairs. I forgot, it's technically on Deck 6, not Deck 5. But I don't believe you can access it from 6. I might be wrong. We'll find out together. But something important I wanted to point out here. Look, Pluto's Corner. So if you have a service animal on board with you, this is a relief area for them, complete with fire hydrant. So where we're at here, we're on Deck 5, the promenade. We're on the port side. We've come all the way forward. That's where you'll find Pluto's Corner. Okay, let's head up the second set of stairs. And if you need it, there is a chairlift here on the starboard side to take you up the stairs to the front of the promenade deck. Dun, da, 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 da. Finally made it. Look back, there's the promenade deck. There's the second set of stairs. We are up here though, I guess technically on Deck 6. I forgot. But anyway, here's what I've been wanting to show you. So again, no helipad on this ship, but there is this really cool promenade area that you could just walk around here. You can also look down Deck 5. I should have known this. Deck 5 is the outdoor area of the Senses Spa. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But you can come here, Deck 6, walk all the way forward and recreate that famous movie scene. I think you know the one I'm talking about. The one with the big shark that attacks the orca. No? That's not what you were thinking of? That's what I was thinking of. All right. So anyway, you could come all the way out here, take in some great views. Now, if there's high winds or anything, they'll have the gate back there closed. It's a good way to get a nice view of the front of the ship as well. If you're sailing, if they have it open, come get a great breeze as you're moving through the ocean. If you're in port, like we are right now at Castaway Cay, a nice place to come and get a great view. All right, let's head back down to Deck 5. Let's head inside. Deck 4 is done, by the way, so we can go ahead and officially start Deck number 5 now. All right, let's officially begin Deck number 5 now, and we are at the forward elevators and stairs, so we're gonna have some things to see. We kind of just saw this a minute ago, the Senses Spa door, but you're about to see it in a lot better detail. So we're gonna do that first. We're gonna hit the Senses Spa, Senses Fitness area here forward, then we'll make our way back. So let's go ahead and start on the starboard side here with the Senses Fitness. So obviously the gym, fitness center on board. Let's make our way through here. They have the hours of operation posted right here. And we'll head inside and take a look. So when you come in, they do have clean towels here, water dispenser, even some fresh fruit. They also have chilled towels down in the little fridge there. And they're gonna have some ellipticals, treadmills, all looking out those big porthole windows out here on the starboard side of the ship. Different machines, you know, the TV, putting up the ship's route information there. All kinds of different stuff, all kinds of equipment to use in here. Box jumps, everything. They even have some free weights, bench press. Nice stuff in here. Then they have some kettlebells, medicine balls, dumbbells back here, and then benches for the additional dumbbells. Excuse me. There's also a health center right here. I guess if there's an emergency in the fitness center here, you can do that. And then they have a fitness studio, which is being used right now, so I don't want to show too much of it. But it's basically, they got the yoga mats in there and the rollers and stuff like that. The glass all around. See the straps that are hanging down in the reflection there? So they'll do maybe some different classes or different things like that inside the fitness studio. And they also have a cycle room here as well. Looks like they'll do kind of maybe like a spin class inside here. And got a TV up on there. So that's a nice feature as well. And I missed this when we came in, but right around the corner from the entryway, they do have a consultation area. Sign up for some classes or get you on a fitness plan, things like that. So there you go, Senses Fitness Center on the starboard side. If we turn over here to the port side, we'll find the Senses Spa. Now we actually came on day one and they were kind enough to give us a full tour of the spa. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in right now. All right, so here we go, Senses Spa. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. So we come in, we have the check-in desk. And they have different products that they sell displayed there. And we head around to the back here. So we have changing rooms on either side, I'm guessing. Oh, down there. So women's here right when we come in.
And then we go information room.
Men's will be down here, down the hall. Ah, here we go. And the relaxation area. So if you're waiting for like a treatment or something, we got the chairs there. Got some hot water back behind. And then through here is the changing area. Towels and lockers.
Yeah, we have a steamer and showers down there.
Down there. Can I take a
Yeah,
look?
you
Okay,
can.
let's take a look. Restroom, of course. And then we come down. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, steam room right there. Very nice. And also water if you need to fill up there, get a drink, and shower as well. Plant work there, and the lighting throughout the hallway. So treatment rooms right down that way. We're not going to show those, obviously. Don't want to disrupt anyone who's having a treatment done, but those are standard fare. We know what those are like. Here is the rainforest room. Oh, wow. Oh, this is different than the other ships. This is nice. So you got the suspended swings up above, like the little water stones. See the water's coming through, warm water. Look, they put lights up in the curtains. Got the windows around, coming natural light. Are these heated, the seats? Heated tile seats?
Yeah.
Yeah, so heated seats there.
Yeah.
Got the shower, the rainfall head there. Oh, okay. There's a shower here too.
And we have
So we have the frigidarium here, so it's gonna be cold inside. Let's take a quick look. We'll go in. Oh, I like this room. I like things nice and cold. Look at the ice built up in there. I can stay in here. Okay, I'm good. I'm just gonna stay. And we have the dry sauna here. I don't want to stay in here too long. It's hot. There you go. Nice big. Got the wooden benches built in there and the fiber optic lights up above.
the little stars.
Yes, I like that. Okay, so here we go. Rejuvenation Spa. Head inside here.
Gravity. Yeah, we have
So-
the iron thing.
Nice.
Yeah, so they use this.
And we have a treatment room for facials here. So we have the Medi Spa here for wrinkles or doing stuff with your lips. Facial work. Got the cool sculpting machine over there. So just kind of winds around here. Oh, we have an outdoor section. Oh my goodness. Out here on the sun deck, we have the shower, jacuzzi, hot tub. Oh, suspended day beds all around. Got the big day beds just on the ground here, and your open air, some of it is covered, as you can see, even with the fans up top there. But then your open air, open sun out here for the rest of it. The beds around again, everything you need. This is proper nice right here at the front of the ship. I think we're about as far forward as we're gonna get. There you go. I really like the rainforest area on this ship. Very nice. I do think it's probably an improvement. We haven't used it, but on looks alone, I do really like it. So thank you to the spa staff for giving us that tour on day one. We really appreciate it. Now we're going to start heading aft here on deck 4, kind of in the middle. I did want to point out there is an entrance to Triton Lounge here, though that's not the main entrance. We'll show that around. So let's start heading back. So the first thing we come upon is the upper deck of Luna. Again, that's the multi-use space. You can see there, we showed that a little bit earlier. So again, 2 stories. So this is the upper deck, and they do have USB charging ports in certain areas. I always like to point that out. Good to know. If we come over here, we'll find the main entrance to Triton Lounge. Now, this is currently closed, but we did get a shot of it the other day. They use this as kind of a mix-use space. This is also where they had people signing up for beverage seminars or the Star Wars Hyperspce Lounge on day 1. So this is the third sailing, a third official sailing, first public one, so it may change by the time you're on board, but that's where we did it. And then they do post what's going on out here on the video board, so you can see all kinds of different stuff, drawing classes, trivia, things like that inside the Triton Lounge. Now before we head any further back, we kind of need to come back around here. Again, it's one of those circular situations because Luna's in the middle. We have to go to either side, so we're going to come over here on the port side now, and what we will find is Keg and Compass. And this is the pub on board, I guess you could call it. Very nautical. I like the video boards playing the different things there. Porthole windows, got a lifeboat there, but you do have a nice view through some of them. Of course, dark woods, things like that. Nautical features all throughout, as you would expect from a pub that's themed after sea travel, maritime stuff, right? Very nice in here. I like the lamps, lots of seating, and of course your bar here in the middle. So nice option here, the Keg and Compass. Come in, grab a pint, have a good time, enjoy. So Triton Lounge over there, Keg and Compass right here on my left, Luna here in the middle. Again, we can go either way here except in the middle because of Luna, but I'm going to come around here on the port side and we're going to start heading back. So the first thing we'll find is the entrance to Royal Studio. This is also available on the other side. Let's do that door there. So if you have a photo session set up, and we turn here and we'll actually find what I think is a really neat feature. You see some artwork displayed there on the wall, but they actually have Disney art on demand here to purchase prints of artwork. They have all kinds of different stuff, even some stuff specific to the Disney Wish there. And now we're entering back into the Grand Hall. This is the upper deck, the upper level of the Grand Hall. So if you're really wanting that real bird's eye view, this is where you want to come. And if there are any characters out on that balcony, which there frequently are, great spot to see them as well. Now we'll turn around here and we'll find one of our main stores on board, Mickey's Main Sale. They have all kinds of stuff in here, including inaugural merchandise. And this shop is huge. It goes all the way around here. So you see there, for entrance back there, there's an entrance here, and this will give you an idea. Look through there, you can see all the way back. We'll see another entrance further on back in just a little bit when we go to the aft section of deck 5. But we need to wrap around here because there's a couple things to see on the starboard side. So one thing on the starboard side here is the Disney Vacation Planning Desk. So if you have any questions about planning a vacation or doing a Disney trip, maybe another Disney cruise or things like that, you can stop here at the Disney Vacation Planning Desk. And then they also have some couches, some nice seating along the way here. And then there's also another Port Adventures desk right here, which is kind of random. We saw it back on deck 4, right next to guest services. There's one random desk here on deck 5, so keep that in mind. If there's a long line at Port Adventures, you might have someone there that can assist you instead. And then as we proceed forward here, again, the other entrance to the Disney Studio, and then this just takes us right back to the upper deck of Luna and the Triton Lounge. So we're good with this area. We've completed our circle. Let's head back to the Grand Hall, and we'll do the aft section of deck 5. So we've completed our circle now for deck 5, forward and midship, and we can turn and head towards the aft section. The first thing we'll find here is the Shutters photo gallery. If you want to purchase any pictures that have been taken on board by the photography team, you can view those on the kiosks right here, and they'll take care of that for you. And across from Shutters, we'll find the Disney Vacation Club I guess, offices? Because we saw the little desk down below where he said, welcome home. There's a shutter. I think this is a photo gallery thing purchase here too. But see, there's this little waiting area. They got the TV here playing the movies. You see the gates coming across because it's closed right now. But it's like offices back there. So I think this is where you can actually talk to maybe a Disney Vacation Club guide about actually purchasing Disney Vacation Club. And then maybe be able to handle all the paperwork and stuff right here. Because these are true offices. So that's something interesting to note. Now, as we turn back here and head aft, we'll find the Enchanted Sword Cafe. So you can see this is kind of a similar setup to the Wishing Star that we saw earlier, just themed after the Enchanted Sword. And it has these little tables here, bar seating there, USB ports, specialty coffees, alcoholic drinks, all that fun stuff that you would want right there. And then the shutters continues on around. So they have the kiosks here where you can purchase those different photos. Again, those continue on throughout. So they also have the portrait studio here if you're going to set up a photo session. They have the gallery here with these different photos. Again, purchase different things, photo frames and stuff like that. So all kinds of photos and photo needs are right here, Deck 5. And on the other side of the Enchanted Sword Cafe, we can see Mickey's Main Sale. Again, I told you, it's a huge gift shop. It just keeps coming and coming, going all the way around here and all the way to the back of the ship. So if you need a souvenir, if you're looking for some general kind of merchandise, not the fancier stuff, not the jewelry or the bags, but just fun souvenir type stuff, this is where you want to come. So we're now at the aft elevators and stairs on Deck 5. Again, we're kind of have a circular situation going on here. So back forward to the Grand Hall and all that stuff. Mickey's Main Sale right here. And we saw shutters and all of the photo stuff over here on the starboard side. And if we continue back on the starboard side, you see there's the photo kiosk right there. And you turn, you'll find Edge, which is the spot for tweens on board. Now, we actually had an open house and we're able to film this on day one. So we'll go ahead and put that in right now. So let's head inside and take a quick look at it. Ooh, I like the skateboard on the wall. Got the brickwork going here. Looks like they have like a little lounge spot back here. Tablets. Got the big TV here. Portholes with the lovely lifeboat view. Can't argue with that. Got the little desk here with some soft drinks inside the little cooler. Got the big video board here, like the old boombox up top. Got the nice couch and I like the wood and the flowers in here. So come through, yeah, just big lounge space all the way down. I like all the little decor that they have hidden throughout here. Hey, that's like a Vinylmation. Oh, I wish they still made those. It's like a gumball machine one. Some Pez down there. Oh, and there's the Grizzly Peak from California Adventure Vinylmation. I remember that one specifically. There's another one up there. So yeah, that's a little fun art. Obviously, they have all these video boards like checkers, chess, cards, arts and crafts stuff set up here. And then they have the TVs over here as well. So lots of digital stuff. Boom, Mario Kart. Hey, maybe we can get a game in on here. So pretty awesome. Not a huge space, but plenty big enough, and I like the design a lot. There you go. Pretty cool spot inside on Edge. Now we're going to head back over here to the port side because if you see here in the middle, it's just the elevators, so nowhere to go there. But if you come over to the port side here on Deck 5, you can turn and head all the way back aft, and what you're going to find is Arendelle. This is our third and final new rotational dining spot on board the Disney Wish. So Arendelle, of course, themed after the movie Frozen. This is dinner and a show. There's going to be live music, live characters coming throughout the venue. It's really neat. And one of the best parts about it, honestly, is this entryway because it's so intricately themed. You'll see the flickering lights throughout. Nice statue there. Armored statue. Got the portholes here, and then it just continues. It's almost like you're in the castle or in the house with the wallpaper and the columns, the flickering lights again, portraits up on the wall. Really nice touches. And it's quite a lengthy haul to get back here into Arendelle, but it's just themed all the way throughout, which is really fantastic. It really sets the mood for what's about to happen. It's a big celebration, and it's a big to-do, and the dinner show really brings that energy, and this just kind of sets it up. So you'll go down the hallway here. Now, Arendelle is currently closed, but we did dine here the other night, so of course we have some footage of what it looks like inside the restaurant itself, which just continues that theming and continues that ambiance. Again, the flickering lights all throughout, the columns, the woodwork, all that good stuff. Really, really cool restaurant. Really great theming. And checking back in with our map here, we can see that we have covered all of these different points, ending with Arendelle. So we have finished with deck number 5. Time for 6. If you've seen one of our ship tours before, you know this is my favorite part of any tour. It's where we start the decks that just have staterooms. So there's nothing to show here other than the promenade at the front, but we already showed that. So we're moving on from deck number 6. Let's go to 7. Deck number 7, just staterooms. Let's go to 8. The trend continues on deck number 8. It's just staterooms with one minor exception, which is the Fairy Tale Fresh Laundry. If you need to do laundry, I'll go ahead and walk around there to the forward elevator to just give you a quick view of what the laundry looks like. Okay, so deck 8, I'm at the forward elevators and stairs now, and go between the elevators, and we'll find the entrance to the Fairy Tale Fresh Laundry. So right when we come in, you do have a hand washing station and a phone. You need to make a call, as well as little folding stations here, and even a sitting area if you'd like to wait for your laundry to be done. We head into the main spot here. You see they have the soap center where you can use your Key of the World card to purchase different laundry items, Snuggle and Tide here. I don't know how much, say how much it is. Oh, here we go. $125. So $125 per item. And here's the instructions on how to use that, how to use the machines. And you can see they wrap all the way around. This is actually really big. Wow, it's a big area. They have ironing boards that fold down here with the irons. So if you need to do some pressing or ironing, you can do that there. And then they also have another washing station back here. If you need to wash your hands, you have delicates or anything like that. And even more ironing boards. This place is huge. This is a huge laundry center. So if you need to wash your clothes, this is the place to do it. And that does it for deck 8, because it is just staterooms beyond the laundry. So let's go up to number 9. Up on deck number 9, and what we'll find is another deck that just has staterooms. We're done here. Let's go to 10. And deck number 10 is going to be the bookend of this section of just staterooms. This is the last deck that will feature only cabins on this level. So we're done with deck 10. Let's go to deck 11, get back to the fun stuff. Deck 11 now, and we are at the forward elevators and stairs. You can see the forward part of deck 11 is just staterooms. So we're going to turn and head midship and then aft, and we're going to be heading outside because this is going to be the main pool deck. So let's head out and take a look. So right when we come outside, we find the beginning of Mickey and Friends Festival of Foods. This is going to be fast, casual, quick service options, and they have different stations that you can grab some grub at. So right here in the middle when you come out is the first one of those, Mickey's Smokestack Barbecue. They'll have different things. They have brisket, pulled pork, chicken, kielbasa sausage, and then different sides like mac and cheese, collard greens, sweet potato fries, jalapeno cornbread, all that kind of stuff. And of course, all this food we're about to show is included with your cruise fare. Now I'm going to head around here on the starboard side real quick. I want to point out they do have a condiments cart with different kinds of barbecue sauces, hot, standard, mustard, and their signature. And we'll find our next little booth here, which is Goofy's Grill. So Goofy's Grill is going to have burgers, hot dogs, sausage. They even have plant-based sausage and Impossible burgers here as well. Crispy chicken tenders, fries, and then they'll have some different kinds of salads and slaws. Potato salad, macaroni salad, southern-style coleslaw, all right here. And of course, you'll have your standard condiment station, ketchup, mustard, mayo, barbecue sauce, ranch, honey mustard, all right there. And then our last stop on this side, we're gonna have to circle back around, but on this side, our last stop is Sweet Minnie's Ice Cream. This is your soft serve location on board, serving up cones, vanilla chocolate or vanilla chocolate swirl, strawberry banana or strawberry banana swirl. You can grab those right there. I did want to point out really quick, next to that we do have the Lookout, which is a bar, standard bar. Just get alcoholic drinks, specialty coffee drinks, things like that. And then you do have your complimentary soda station. It'll be on both sides, and this is included with your cruise fare. Up on the pool deck, you can get sodas right there. I'm going to circle back around now onto the port side of the ship to show those different offerings. So you can see there's the Smokestack Barbecue right there. So now on the port side, we'll find our next booth, which is Daisy's Pizza Pies, prosciutto pizza, 4 cheese, pepperoni sausage, margarita, and plant-based sausage. Serving them up, slicing them up right there. Plus, of course, your condiments, salt, pepper, oregano, and red pepper flakes over there on the side. And then our last main booth here of this area of food is Donald's Cantina. So this is kind of like your Tex-Mex. They do build your own burritos, tacos, and bowls. You can load them up. They have different kinds of rice, poblano cilantro rice, brown rice, standard cilantro rice. They have pinto beans, black beans, fajita vegetables, and then they have fajita beef, fajita chicken, and barbecue smoked pulled pork. different toppings like lettuce, pico de gallo, corn salsa, guacamole, queso fresco, Mexican cheese blend, and also sour cream. And then over here they do have the Donald's Cantina condiment station. They have some bottled sauces here. I actually recommend some of their house sauces. These are all very, very good. I tried all of them. I was a big fan, especially the chipotle. And then they have a salsa station here. Cantina salsa, seared pineapple, jalapeno salsa, tomatillo habanero salsa, ancho chili salsa, salsa verde, mango habanero salsa, black bean salsa, tomato chipotle salsa, and salsa roja. So again, all included with your cruise fare here at the Festival of Foods on deck 11. So we're gonna keep heading back here. Chef Mickey, hello, thank you for the good grub. And we'll find our second beverage station here, serving up the different Coke products. Now, if you want to check both sides, because they do have different things, like this side does not have ginger ale, but the other side does. So if you're looking for something specific, you'll want to check both sides. Also want to point out they also have coffee and hot chocolate here, decaf, standard, and then tea and all your fixings like sugar, creamer, all that stuff. And on the perimeter of both sides of this area of the ship, you will have the tables and chairs that you can dine at with the big floor-to-ceiling windows, and they even kind of wrap around the top there to give you a little bit of a skylight feel, so you can take in those picturesque views while you're sailing. They do have a standard bar here and another bar on the other side as well. So as you can see, we're here at the main pool deck area. You see all the chairs set up there in the middle, and then we have our funnel vision, which is the big screen jumbotron up top there where they'll show movies or if they're having a show or different things like that. Something cool that's new to the Wish, this is the stage. Well, right now it's set up for a pool. It's Mickey's pool. We'll get to that in just a minute. But this is where they usually set up for a stage when they're having like the sail away party or the fireworks. And you see those things that say Wish? Those are actually digital video boards. So they do different things for those different shows, which is a really cool touch. So what we're gonna do now is, because it's pretty much like this on this level, all the way around, you know, there'll be chairs and tables and things like that. But to give a better layout of the pool deck area, it's better to see it from up above. So I'm gonna head up and we'll get a bird's eye view. We'll go over everything. All right, so here's our aerial view. Aerial view. Little Mermaid's playing. I did not even intend that. Okay, bad jokes aside. Here's our aerial view of the pool deck area. So you see they have it set up with the lounge chairs right now. They'll clear those out if there's a stage show or something like that. Up at the front, you see the small pool. That's Mickey's pool. They have right there in the middle of that stage area. Of course, they can close that across to make the full stage. And then down below here, we have Minnie's pool. It has like a nice bench built in around it. It's a tiered pool setup here, which I really like. Over on the side, you have a smaller pool area. This is Daisy's pool, which is nice because it has the waterfall coming down, and then you'll have a small circular pool up the top. That's Donald's pool. Now, if you come over to the other side, you'll find the same thing, the medium size or smaller pool with the waterfall, and then the small circular pool up top. This is Goofy's pool. This is Pluto's pool. So all the pools here named after the Fab 5 characters. You can see those. They also have the freshwater showers down below. So there you go. That's kind of the aerial view here of the pool deck. Easier to explain from up here. Let's go back down to deck 11. All right, back on deck 11, starboard side now, and you can see again tables, chairs, lounge chairs, all the way down. Now we'll turn and head inside, and we're gonna find inside out Joyful Sweets. So this is like the candy and ice cream section on board. You can see inside there. Look at all the candy that's on the floor. You have Bing Bong here. It's crying those candy tears. And you can see they have the hours of operation posted right here. It's not quite open yet, but you can see inside. You can get the idea from here. See, they have the different inside out characters, the memory orbs with all the fun colors. Here's Joy over here, tucked up in the corner. But you can come and get ice cream and gelato and things like that. It is an additional cost. They do have little toppings, different kind of pastries that you can purchase. I see some macaroons, like cupcakes, things like that for an additional cost. Once again, here at Inside Out Joyful Sweets. All right, I want to check in on our map here because we kind of have another roundabout situation. So we saw the Mickey and Friends Festival of Foods when we came out, and then the pool deck area that was set up there. So now we're back inside Out Joyful Sweets, and we're going to come across here and show a quick store. So over on the port side, we'll find Dory's Forget-Me-Nots, and this is just a small store that has some kind of different items you might want to have like up on a sun deck or out at the pool or on an island. So they'll have like, you know, kind of loose cover-ups, some trunks, bathing suits, floaties, waterproof cases for your phones, but they also sell some t-shirts, mini ears, things like that inside too. And so now either on the starboard side or the port side, you can access either way and come through to get into the Marceline Market, which is the new buffet on board. So let's go ahead, head around, and we'll take a look inside at that. So Marceline Market, cooking with character. And this buffet has a whole new theme and aesthetic and design to it. Pay no attention to the glowing staircase. We'll get to that in just a minute. I love how they hang up these flower buckets though, flower pots on the ceiling there. Very nice. So right when we come in, we do have the digital video board here that will have the hours of operation for the different meals. Currently just doing breakfast and lunch, although it says food and beverage 8 to 9. I was gonna say they haven't been doing dinner. I'm not sure what that means by food and beverage 8 to 9. Maybe they'll just have some little snackies or things like that. But you can see the different design elements going on here. And then they have the hand washing station. Of course, you gotta wash those hands before you come inside for some food. So when you come in to this area, I did want to point out that there's this middle section, which is like a lounge bar kind of area built in one. See, they have the teacups up on the wall, lots of tables and chairs, little lamps. They have the bar here in the middle, get your alcoholic drinks, specialty coffees. Hi! Blend you up something real nice there. And it just continues on to the other side here. I have to show this sign because I love Little Chef. I only want to eat the good stuff. So again, you can enter from either side. You see it's just the hallway back out to where we just were here on the starboard or the port side. And then you just continue through to go into the buffet area itself. Again, different design, different layout. You're gonna have a ton of seating options in here. 2 top, 4 top, 6 top, 8 top, all that stuff. Half booths, full booths, things like that. And they'll have the different food serving stations here. They have the curtains down right now because they're not quite ready yet to serve. I do like they have bar rail seating and bar rail seating up against the windows so you can look out and get that great view. They'll have the beverage stations centrally located here to get your sodas or juices, waters, things like that, again included with your cruise fare. And then the food service areas will be in the center. So the seating's in the perimeter, food areas are in the middle. So the different sections they'll have laid out here. And of course it varies depending on if it's breakfast or lunch or whatever's going on as to what food they'll have. But you can see it's a pretty big spot here. The seating keeps going all the way around here. Let's take a look in the back. So we're in the very back, very aft section of the ship where we'll find even more seating. But I did want to point out that there's an outdoor seating section as well. So you can go out there. Part of it is covered, and so thus may be shaded depending on the positioning of the sun. Some of the tables are exposed, so if it's raining you might get wet or you'll be in full sun, but you do have an outdoor seating section, which is really nice. And the food continues back here as well, so I can hear stuff sizzling back there right now. And then it just continues around on the other side. So this side will pretty much be the same as the side that we just saw. It's a big perimeter, kind of like a circle that you go around here in the Marceline Market. Love the design, love the aesthetic of this place. Very nice. That's gonna do it for deck number 11. Let's head up to deck 12. But let's do it a little bit of a different way. I'm no longer asking you to ignore the blue glowing staircase. We're going to head up it because this is going to take us to deck 12. A couple of different spots here. You can access Vibe, which is the teenager spot, Hideaway, Hero Zone, The Rose, Palo Steakhouse, Enchante, can all be accessed through here. Let's head up the stairs. So right when we come up the stairs here, we'll turn around and we'll find Vibe again, which is the teenager spot on board. They had an open house on day 1. We were able to go in and take a look. So right when we come in, got the big foosball table there. And this fun like Mickey paint artwork kind of thing. Ooh, Nintendo Switch. Big wraparound couch there. Got the Mario Kart up on the big screen there. And arts and crafts stuff spread throughout. The bar rail seating up against the big windows there. You can see outside. Have a refreshment station with some sodas and such in the little refrigerator there. And then it just looks like a juice bar here. Very cool. Got some neat decorations, some Vinylmations up there. Bowling pins, Mickey Mouse Club stuff, like the old school style artwork. Look at the carpet. Look at that. Great vibes in Vibe. Loving it. Hiya, pal. Got the big windows, lots of natural light coming in here. Back going the other way, we have Mancala there. Some card games. You have chairs and little lounges throughout. Connect 4. And then we have more video games over here with the TVs. Looks like Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5 and Xbox as well. So all of those different things. Video game section down here at the end. Got like the skylight up above. The curtains are blocking the standard windows down below here. But again, lots of natural light in this space. It's very, very nice. And one quick note before we leave this area, this is designated ages 14 through 17, but they did say if you're a little bit younger age, like 13 or something, your parent or guardian can sign a waiver to allow you to participate at Vibe. Now, next to Vibe is an area that I've been particularly excited about. Hero Zone. I don't even know what it fully is. It kind of seems like a Seaplex on Royal Caribbean. Let's go inside and check a look. And upon entering the Hero Zone, very much like the Seaplex on Quantum class ships on Royal Caribbean, complete with the big video board up there. They do have the nets that separate the two areas of the court. They have a basketball hoop in there, so Disney Cruise Line taking basketball inside now, indoor hoops, which is always nice. Yeah, it's like a big space. So I think they're gonna do different activities in here. I do see ping pong and looks like maybe air hockey. We'll go up top and check that out too. But you got the soccer balls, basketballs down here, and I think they do like an inflatable, Incredibles themed obstacle course at times as well. So pretty cool. All right, up top now. See, we have some cool little lounge couches and things like that throughout. Again, yeah, it is foosball table. Got air hockey up above. We kind of wrap around here. I like the futuristic music going on in here with the futuristic lighting. Very Tron-esque. We have tabletop shuffleboard. And then over on this side is another ping pong table as well as an air hockey table. So yeah, this is a pretty cool space. All right, so let's get oriented. Right through those doors I just came through was the Vibe and the Hero Zone and that stairwell. So let's take a look at our map. Hey, we're here on deck 12 in case you didn't remember. So we came up the stairs there and then saw the Vibe and the hideaway and all that stuff. But what you see here is you kind of have the Hero Zone blocked out there, and then you see this hallway that wraps around and goes to this section in the aft. Because this is the adults only specialty dining area themed after Beauty and the Beast. So we turn here, we're on deck 12, we're at the elevators aft. We want to go port side. You see the Rose, Palo Steakhouse, Enchante through these glass doors. So we come in and immediately the ambiance changes. You have the soft jazz music playing. You have the artwork that's themed after the Beauty and the Beast stage show. So again, this is an adults only area, specialty dining. You're gonna have two restaurants back here. Palo Steakhouse, themed after Cogsworth, and Enchante, themed after Lumiere. Now, oh look, there's the Rose and the Enchanted Mirror. And speaking of the Rose, that's the name of a lounge right here on board. So we come through here and you see they have the big floor to ceiling windows, lots of tables and chairs, couches you can chill out at. So this is kind of like the successor to Meridian, right? On the Dream and Fantasy of the Meridian Lounge between Palo and Remy. Well, here you have the Rose. Got the roses up in the ceiling there. Roses back behind the bar in the glass. You even have some roses on top of the bar. So the Rose is the lounge that you would use here for adults only, and especially if you're about to go into one of those specialty restaurants, which is right here at the inn. Check in at the desk. You have Palo Steakhouse right in front of you here, and then you have Enchante over to the left. All right, so let's go inside and take a look at Palo Steakhouse. Again, this is a little bit new. We've had Palo before on other ships. It's the Italian restaurant, but now it's the steakhouse themed after Cogsworth. So we have a little lounge spot right when we come in. Some little small tables and chairs here across from the wine storage and the bar area. And then we proceed into the restaurant and we'll start. Oh, I love it. Booth setup. Oh, I love booths. Right next to the windows here, floor to ceiling. Love the artwork and the color style, really invoking feelings of the Rose with the gold trimmings to kind of make it a little bit of a fancier affair. And then back through this area, we'll just have these standard tables and chairs. But again, looking out the windows here, of course they have the blinds drawn right now, but you can still see outside, still see the Castaway Cay. And it just wraps all the way back around here. All the way, wow, I didn't know it went back this far. All the way back here. Look, there's a little clock over there. It's like Cogsworth. Man, they even have some semicircle booths here. And even a little outdoor balcony section you can head out on. They also have some lounge chairs out there. Very nice. And now through these doors is going to be Enchante. That's the other restaurant. Let's head back out to the front. So now we're back out in the Rose, and we'll turn here. And once again, find Enchante, which is themed after Lumiere. So we had Cogsworth over at Palo Steakhouse. Now we have Lumiere for Enchante. And I wanted to mention, forgot to say this, Palo Steakhouse is going to offer a brunch on certain days and then dinner every night. Enchante will also offer a brunch on certain days, dinner every night, and then a dessert offering dessert party on certain days as well, which we partook in. So check out that video in our Disney Wish playlist once it's posted. Look, Lumia's right here. He's got the glowing candles. Now we actually, like I mentioned, we dined here for the dessert party, so I've already been inside and seen the restaurant. We'll put some clips of that in right now. But I will tell you, we thoroughly enjoyed our dessert experience. We love the location, how it's set up. They play smooth jazz the whole time. You have excellent views. Really enjoyable spot. Again, highly recommend checking out that video if you're interested in the dessert party. So there you have it, the Beauty and the Beast themed adults only specialty dining area, as well as the teens area and the hero zone. That's all back here on the aft. So now we're gonna turn and head forward. We'll head back outside, kind of where we were a minute ago, to see the pool deck. We'll point out some other things along the way. All right, back outside now, and I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but this is actually where you would enter for the AquaMouse, the onboard water coaster. So even though we have to go upstairs, maybe this isn't part of Deck 12, this is where you enter. So I am going to go ahead and show it here. So we'll come up the stairs here, you'll see the little booth. It usually has the, yeah, it's going right now. I couldn't see it because of my sunglasses. It has the video board that lets you know what themed show you're gonna be seeing, because this is not just a water coaster, it's a full-on attraction. Inside the tubes are video screens. It's a really cool experience here at the AquaMouse. Remember we had Aqua Duck on Dream and Fantasy, now we have the AquaMouse. I have the wait time posted right there. There's the sign for you, and if you're interested to know, here are the height measuring requirements. Now you'll see there are 2 there, and I believe that is because you need to be at least 42 inches tall to ride, and you need to be at least 48 inches tall to ride by yourself, because this is a tandem option. You can be single or you can ride double. You see the tubes over there, they have nice backs built into them so they can seat 2 people. They'll get you loaded up there, put you into the slide. You'll have a great time. Wanted to point out that they do have these little cubbies here so you can store your things, your belongings, your shoes, hats, all that kind of stuff inside the cubbies. All right, that's gonna do it for this part. There is more to see on this deck, but we haven't finished Deck 12. Let's go back down. All right, back on Deck 12. Of course, we have the pools that we talked about. On either side, you're gonna have sun loungers. This is kind of the sun deck, so you can get those on either side here, outside, underneath the AquaMouse, and of course the view of Funnel Vision up there. What I'm gonna do now is head on the port side. I wanna show you that slide over there. All right, so we see our slide there, and we turn and we find Rex dressed up like an absolute fool, because this is Slidosaurus Rex. So our pools back there were themed after the Fab Five, but everything in this area is going to be themed after Toy Story. See Rex's paw prints taking you in there to get on board the slide. So it's just a calm spinning little body slide, nothing much to it. If you want to know these slide rules, those are right here. They do have a wait time posted right there, which is nice. And I don't really see any requirements, any height or weight requirements or anything like that. Oh, right here, 38 inches. So I guess you have to be 38 inches to ride, but I don't see any weight requirements or anything like that. So let's continue our tour of the Toy Story themed area with the Toy Story Splash Zone. Now this is just for children up to 6 years old. Just lets them go in and kind of splash around. You can see it's not deep at all. It's just a small little level of water, some sprayers, bunch of fun characters, Woody and Jesse spraying bullseyes over there. You have Buzz and Zurg. There's little maze games they can play with. There's a Pizza Planet rocket, a little slide you can climb up in. Nice, just fun little safe splash play area for the kids there. And then over here on the starboard side, one thing I wanted to point out, it is closed right now, but this is Wheezy's Freezies. This is where you can get different kinds of cold drinks. They have a snow cone machine, which I did not realize until just now. And they also told us they sell Dole Whips here. So if you want a Dole Whip, you can come over to Wheezy's Freezies. All of these things are going to be an additional cost, but you can purchase those over there. Now, that is on the starboard side of the ship. If we head over to the port side, there's something else a little small we want to show really quick. But on the way there, I wanted to point out, see they have this stadium-style seating here. So sun lounges that just kind of go up to each of the decks there. Not really going to cover that in detail. It's just easier to see right here from this point, but I did want to show that. And you see the freshwater shower here. They do have Trixie's Falls right here, which is just like a little fountain pool area. They have a waterfall that's falling back there. So it's just a spot to come in and chill out and just relax. Now obviously you can access those upper decks there via these stairwells that are outside, but I'm actually going to head inside right now. All right, back inside. Good time to get oriented with our map. So again, Beauty and the Beast, adult theming, or adult dining, Hero Zone, all that. We saw the pool deck, and then we saw Slidosaurus Rex, Trixie Falls, Wheezy's Freezies, and the Toy Story Splash Zone. So now we're here in the forward part, which looks like it's mostly just staterooms, but then you see Concierge Lounge. Well, we have some friends on board who we met who were kind enough, they are staying in the concierge area, and they were kind enough to let us come in and check that out. The concierge team approved that for us, which we really appreciate. So we were actually able to go in in and tour the concierge lounge area. So you see, you'll just come down the halls here to access it in the forward part. So we'll just turn, show you where it's at here for the hallway. We'll turn forward, we'll head down just a bit, and then we'll see the glass door here with the little key tap RFID reader there, and this is the entrance to concierge lounge. So let's go ahead and put the footage in where we did the full tour. So let's take a quick look inside the concierge lounge. Got the hours of operation here. Then they got their food and drink service area. Looks like they have some sodas back there, especially coffee machine, teas, things like that. And actually around the corner there, they do have a little pastry case here, different candies like little tarts and cheesecakes and things like that. They also have hot foods at some point during the day. Got some sandwiches, sushi in there, what? A little shrimp cocktail. Look at all of this good stuff inside of here. And even on the other side, another drink fridge here with the sodas and the waters, and the specialty coffee machines. Man, drinks and foods galore here. And they also have some high top tables and chairs back here if you want to sit right next to the food area. And here's a look right when we come in. You have the welcome desk and the stairs that go up, and then some table, chairs, and couches right here in the middle, and it goes all the way back. Let's head back over there. So back here in the back section, they also have this bar, nice big size here. Again, all the tables, chairs, seating areas in the back. And another coffee machine and tea station with all the different toppings and flavorings you would need. Another area there, and the seats keep going around. And then you can head outside to the concierge sun deck. You see they have the different like chairs and couches out there looking out the ship. The front here, very nice. And I really like this part here. They have these little chairs, almost look like video game chairs for the kids, with the TV showing the old Mickey cartoons. All right, let's head upstairs now and take a look and see what's up on the second level. At the top of the stairs, there are some restrooms and then an exit back out to the main hall, but then we can turn around and head outside. So right when we come out, we find a bar up top here. They even got some frozen drinks that are spinning over on this side. Haven't seen too much of that, so that's nice. And then we have this lovely outdoor area, different chairs, couches, day beds. They have the sun loungers over there. They even have some built-in covers to provide some shade, freshwater shower. They have hot tubs on either side, and the couches and the lounges go all the way around here on the front of the ship. So they have the hot tubs built up on the sides, and then they also have this built-in waterfall bench. The water falls from the glass behind the bar there and falls down the entire length of the bench into this little waiting pool down below. So they offered some shaded seating, and then they also have some sun lounges right out here in the sun. And if you come to the glass, you can look right out to the front of the ship, where the promenade deck goes out to the front point again, and then down below again in that outdoor area of the spa. Get the beautiful view. Ah, they even have some like sunscreen and lotion out here that you can grab and use as well. Very nice. So thank you once again to our friends that we met on board. We really appreciate that. You know who we're talking about if you're watching this, and so very generous of you. Thanks to the concierge staff for letting us come in and check out that space. So there you go. And that is actually going to do it for deck number 12. Now, before we head to deck 13, we need a little housekeeping here, because this is where things are going to start to get just a little bit complicated, because deck 12 is the last deck that pretty much goes fully across here. It's like the outdoor deck, and then it goes through the back. So once we go up to deck 13, it's going to be split between the forward part and the aft part. And something to point out here is in the mid, the forward stack that's in midship, you see it says concierge suite. So that's a new offering, new multi-story suite that they have there on board. So if you're lucky enough to stay in that, that's where you'll be, but there's not really any public areas there. So we're not really going to be dealing with the midship anymore. We're going to be focusing on forward and aft. We actually already saw the forward part of deck 13, because that was the upper deck of the concierge lounge and the sun deck there. So we already saw that in what we just saw. So what we're actually going to do is, you see there's nothing else here up until you're up on deck 14. So we're going to come back, we're going to go to the aft section and see deck 13, which we already saw part of. We saw where you board AquaMouse, and we saw the upper deck of the Hero Zone, but there's a couple things that is adults only area back here aft deck 13. So let's head back and take a look. All right, back here on the pool deck, deck 12, aft section. So there's where we went up a little bit ago and saw the entrance to AquaMouse. So kind of the general overlay of this. It's not fully rigid, but the kind of way to think about it is when you go up to this point, anything besides the entrance to AquaMouse is going to be the adults only quiet cove area. So let's go ahead and take a look at that upstairs. And in fact, as we head up the stairs here, you'll see the sign, area reserved for guests 18 and older. So let's go ahead, head up and take a look. What we're going to find is a lounge area. Lots of lounge chairs, day beds, sun loungers, things like that. You see they have them spread around there, and there's a gate that person's coming through that takes you into the AquaMouse boarding area. But then otherwise, it is the quiet area. Again, adults only. See, they have the cushioned lounge chairs up here, really nice cushioned day beds. And the AquaMouse, the only clear section of the AquaMouse comes over you right here. So it's a pretty nice view when that's going, and a beautiful view of Castaway Cay from up here as well. Now as we go along, we'll see some different things. They do have a hot tub right here, which is covered, so that's nice, and get you out of the sun. You do have those lounge chairs all the way down. So I'm not going to keep pointing all of those out. Just know they're along the side here. They're along the other side. They're even along the back. I'll show that in just a little bit. And then we're going to see the Cove Cafe and the Cove Bar is back here as well. So we're in the very back, very aft section of the ship now, and you see it says quiet cove pool area. So you do have a freshwater shower here, and then you have this nice little kind of just bench area. There's a calm, gentle waterfall coming down the built-in bench there. A little pool to put your feet in and just rest. And then we have the bigger pool, the infinity style pool, right on the back edge of the ship here. So you get these views right out when you're sailing along, get that wake view, or if you're in port, get the great views. Again, it's adults only area, so it's usually nice and calm and quiet back here. And right here in the middle, across from that infinity pool, is the Cove Bar. It's not currently open right now, but this is where they would be serving drinks up, and they do have TVs here as well, playing some different kind of things. And as you see here, the sign says Cove Cafe this way. So you head around on the port side, and again, you have the same thing over here, freshwater shower, the little bench pool with the waterfall, and then over to the main pool, Quiet Cove pool on the back side. Again, lounge chairs coming throughout. We'll wrap around here and check out the Cove Cafe. So here is the entrance to Cove Cafe, this glass cylinder thing. Now on other ships it's themed after Walt and Lily's travels back in the day. This one themed more after Moana. So you do have the bar here in the middle, again serving up alcoholic drinks, coffee drinks, same old, all the bars serve. And then you have couches, tables, chairs. They even have little tablets here that you can use. Look at the menu, this order, things like that. And then just nice Moana themed artwork throughout. So there's that Polynesian flair to it. You have the hibiscus flowers. Maui's hook is up there. You even have some ceiling fans in here, though they're not currently going. And it just plays the soft, quiet music. Get the views out the floor to ceiling windows. Great place to come in and relax. And then real quick over here on the port side, you do have restrooms and then just lounge chairs. There are some rocking chairs here as well, but then the sun lounges just continue. And then they have the wall there, so normally you're not able to go through there and actually get to the AquaMouse loading area. That's a crew only area, so you kind of want to come around from the starboard side like I did. Now, that's pretty much going to do it for this deck in this area, but there is something we need to show before we go anywhere else. So right here, kind of on the starboard side, you'll see this set of stairs, and they do have a chairlift here as well. Let's go up and take a look at what's up here. So this is just a nice little sun lounge spot that they have up here. Different comfortable cushioned tables, chairs, and couches, stuff like that. Again, getting the view, getting a nice breeze, real stiff breeze that comes through. And then it actually continues along the back here. You have some more seating options back here. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, don't hold me to this, I think this is a smoking section, because I think these are ashtrays that they have there on the tables. And oh, hello. Thank you, Disney. Smoking area. There you go. I thought I saw people smoking here on day one. So yes, indeed, this is the smoking area. So this would technically be, for reference, this would technically be deck 14 aft up that little stairwell that I just showed you. Great views from up here too. Back inside and back on deck 13 here. So let's go ahead and get a look at our map. We kind of need to get reoriented. So again, the forward part of deck 13 was the concierge lounge, the upper deck with the concierge sun deck. And then back here, aft section of deck 13, we have we saw the AquaMouse boarding area, the upper deck of the Hero Zone, and then you have the Quiet Cove area, the adults only area that we just saw with the sun deck and the Cove Bar, Cove Cafe, all that stuff. Again, nothing midship because it's that tower suite, the concierge suite. So we only have one more deck to go here, which is deck 14. Now, if we look here in the back, there's not really anything listed for deck 14. It says 14, but there's nothing there. It's the smoking section that we just saw, that little sun deck. That's it. So all we need to do is head to forward part of deck 14. 2 things to check out really quick up there, and then we'll put a bow on this thing. So let's do it. Deck 14 forward, here we come. All right, here it is, deck 14, our final deck. Let's take a look at our map. Again, technically it exists, but it's not showing anything other than the stairwell we came up. That's the smoking section, sun deck on the back. Midship, that's room 14,000. That just sounds weird. I don't know why. 14000. That's that concierge suite in the forward funnel there. So then here we are, deck 14 forward. 2 things to show outside. So here's our elevator bay. We're just gonna come around the bend, just around the river bend, and head outside. So when we come outside here, we'll find some sun loungers. This is again going to be like another sun deck kind of area, but there are a couple things we want to show. First of all, there's another smoking section right here in this little area, so keep that in mind. Deck 14 forward port side if you're looking for that. But then here in the middle we have the currents bar, which is currently closed, but this is where you'll find it. Get the bar rail seating here, and as well on the other side, looking back at the forward funnel and technically looking into that suite. You can actually see inside of it a bit right now. They have their curtains open, so wow, it'd be nice to go in there. Get a great view from up here, and then they do have other loungers and day beds on this side as well, which this side does not appear to be a smoking section. I think it's only on the port side. So we'll wrap around here. Starboard and port gonna have the sun loungers. One final thing to take a look at all the way forward. And our final destination, we had the Fab Five, but where would they be without Chip and Dale? So Chip and Dale need their own pool as well. Freshwater showers back here, and then you have the pool. So you got a little soft, calm waterfall feature on the back side, and then the pool here a little bit forward. You do have the bench built in, and then some covered lounge chairs here. So if you want to get out in the sun, you can go on the sides, but these are covered here in the middle. You do have the glass partition, which is helping to block any wind that might be coming through, because again, you're all the way forward here. You're on the front part of the ship, so when you're sailing, or even when you're not, honestly, you're going to get some strong breezes. But you can come around that, come out here to the forward. You can look down to the concierge sun deck down there, and just straight on till morning, right? That's our term we want to use. So there you go, the Chippendales pool. This has been called like the hidden secret, the hidden area for these first 3 sailings of the Disney Wish. It is quite nice. It's a nice pool. Not a lot of people are usually here, and you get this the great view out the front. Well, there you have it, friends. That is our tour of the brand new Disney Wish. So many new and exciting features, so many different design elements, different structure than we've seen from past Disney Cruise Line ships. Lots and lots of fun. Hard to pack it in, all in on a 3-night sailing, so that's the unfortunate part for us. But if you're interested in coming on board and checking out the Disney Wish in person for yourself, we can help make that happen. As travel agents, it would be our pleasure. You'll never pay a single cent more to book with us than you would booking direct on your own, and we never charge any fees or costs whatsoever. So feel free to reach out via that. Travel agent information, you can find it in the description of this video. You can also visit our website, HoffmanHappyTravels.com. We hope we'll hear from you soon. Once again, if you're interested in more content from the Disney Wish, be sure to check out the rest of the videos in our Disney Wish playlist. We'll have lots of fun stuff there. Daily videos, room tour, and this ship tour that you just saw. Once again, I want to thank you for joining us for today's video. Well, we're signing off. We'll see you next time. Happy travels!